if you're using the wrong kind of sequencer, it doesn't matter what kind of leads you use, it doesn't matter what kind of copy you have, it doesn't matter what your offer is, nor does it matter if your infrastructure is the best in the game. All of that can go to garbage just because you're using the wrong sequencer. So if you're using the following tools, which I'll show you in this video not to use, and just please avoid these. I have nothing against these companies, but if you're using these sequencers in 2026, you're killing your infrastructure. I'll show you my personal workflow, what I use to send millions of emails every single day. If you want to know my strategy, I'll reveal everything at the end of the video, and I'll also show you again which sequencers you should be avoiding at all costs if you value your money, and I'll show you some that are quite good as well that I can recommend. So let me show you what the problem is. And yes, I brought the whiteboard out and I got the blue crayons here for you. So the problem with bad poo-poo sequencers is if you try to skim money and just save a little bit of extra on not paying for a decent quality sequencer, what's going to end up happening is if you have the best leads, so your leads are okay, right? You get them from a good source, a reliable source, they're clean as well, you spend a lot of money on them, good. If you have a good infrastructure as well, right? Like these are pretty much like non-negotiable. So your infra is there, your leads are there, good. And you also have a great offer, which you can communicate nicely in your copy. And now you're thinking, oh, okay, I got all this stuff, I spent this much money on my leads, they were quite expensive, and I spent a lot of money on my infrastructure. I want to skim out on my sequencer, right? A logical thing to say, but here's where you're wrong, and you're going to get fucked if you do this strategy. So don't be the dumbass who skims out on their sequencer. I know I've done that and I paid my fair share for it. So it's time to stop using the budget sequencers and just take it seriously in 2026. So if you use any kind of budget sequencer, any kind of lifetime deal that already is just screaming red flags, try to make this sense. You're paying a lot of money for your leads, you're paying a lot of money for your infrastructure, and you're just wasting all this money and all this potential with your offer, which is good, and your copy, which just communicates everything nicely. And now you might be thinking, what do you mean just the sequencer just sends emails, right? No, that's where you're wrong, right? Theoretically, that's what it should do, but as we all know, this is, software, and things can go quite wrong with softwares. The reason they sell these like lifetime deal packages is because it's not proven, they're still testing the software, they don't have many users, and they need money to just reinvest and actually fix this. So there's a reason why there's a couple big players in the space, and I'll name them in just a sec, which I recommend. You most likely have heard of them. If not, then you're in some kind of trouble because you're using the budget ones. And again, you can take my advice or don't. I really don't care. I'm just here to show you what is that I'm doing and what is that actually is working in 2026. If you just want to skim out, you're going to see the results for yourself. So if you just want to waste your money and the potential wasted amount of time using a shitty sequencer, feel free to do so. So the biggest problem with this is, like I said, software, right? Many things can go wrong. And here's just a couple examples. You set your cold email sending volume to 5 per day because you got Outlook inboxes. That's great, right? You're trying to follow the deliverability guidelines and you're trying to stick within the boundaries, right? So you want to do 5 calls per day. This is perfectly acceptable under most circumstances. But here's the problem, right? Many of these budget sequencers, and I'm not saying always, but if this happens even once, which it does more often than once, then you're kind of fucked. So instead of actually sending 5 a day, and I've seen this countless times, I see this on a daily basis with some of you guys DMing me, what happened, what the hell did I do, the leads are wrong, this and that. No, it's the sequencer. So you set your sending to 5 per day. What ends up happening is it's going to send 50. And I'm not saying, again, this happens all the time. It's not saying it's always 50. This is just a theoretical example. My point is, you set some sort of setting and then something messes up on the back end. So sometimes the UI is not reflective of the actual, the back end, the UX on the back end of itself. And that's the problem. You're seeing like you set it on 5 per day, but in reality, it's actually 50. So what ends up happening, and obviously this is no good. In this case, you're using Outlook inboxes. which you should not be sending more than 5 cold emails per day. You know, obviously, if you want to keep this for a long time, this is going to cook your leads, and this is also going to cook your whole infrastructure. Why? Because you're supposed to send 5 and the sequencer made you send 50. Now you see the problem, right? So don't skim out on software. And this is just like one example, right? I'm not even talking about the warm-up pools, right? Like the budget ones. Budget ones are absolutely terrible. And there's a reason for that, right? They don't have a long reputation, right? Like they just been around the block for maybe a few months, maybe a year or two. But the older ones, they have tons of reliable warm-up emails that you can just put it into a pool and it's nice, chill, and then it's going to warm up. You can just reliably use it. And then do you want to really scale your business on a hunch that, hey, I'm saving a couple bucks here, but then I need to replace my whole leads list, my whole infrastructure, just because that I'm saving a little bit of money? Because if you invest in a quality sequencer, you're getting a good warm-up pool, you're getting a good and reliable experience. So just alone these things, and I could name 15 other things, but just for these things, just avoid the budget sequencers. So again, that's my little bit of a rant on why you should not be using this. And now I'm just going to show you which platforms I recommend. And again, just an example on what not to use. What not to use, again, nothing against these guys, but I've just seen this way too many times from people messaging me every day saying they got like a lifetime deal on some tool like ManyReach. There's countless others on AppSumo. If you want to save money, again, you can, but for the reasons I've just shown you recently, just for the love of God, don't do it. It doesn't make sense. Maybe these tools get better in the future, who knows? But again, I've just seen it many times. Don't use any software that has a lifetime deal on it, right? So I would avoid those. I don't want to drop really names here. And there's also basically 3 categories. So again, one to avoid is any with LTD. Just one I mentioned is ManyReach. Again, nothing against those guys. It's just they're too new. There's no reliability there. And then next category is, I would say these are the ones to go for. So these are the ones to use. And then finally, we have some categories which are just frankly overpriced and I would not use. I'll show you number 2 just last. But number 3 is something like Woodpecker. They just basically give you lead cleaning, which just costs very little and they sell you a lot. So overpriced category, I would avoid. You don't need fancy stuff. Just get a sequencer which does its job. You don't need Woodpecker because it's not better than any of the other tools. You don't need email Bison because it's not better than the other tools. They market themselves as they have private servers, which is very cool. They can get those anywhere. You can get a private server for $8. The more expensive goes for $30, and they charge you $500 per month for 500k cents, which is quite frankly a robbery. I mean, I'm all for making margins here, but I mean, look, if you gotta make 15x margins, there's just a little bit of a problem there, right? All right, and then there is finally categories, which I would recommend, right? And these are the good tiers, right? Like the good ones. There used to be like a holy trinity, but now there's 4. There's a new kid on the block, which is PlusVibe, right? If you've not heard of it, it's just basically a better version of Instantly, which is cheaper. So the ones I would recommend are Instantly, Smartlead, and PlusVibe. So these are all in the good category. You can use any of them. You're not going to go super wrong with either of these. Smartlead, I would say, is number 3, Instantly number 2, and then PlusVibe is number 1. In terms of pricing, PlusVibe is the cheapest and has the most features. You can read up on it or just watch any of my videos. I have a few videos on PlusVibe, Instantly, and Smartlead, just showcasing the different features of it. But in short, just got more features. It's cheaper as well. And also, by the way, I have a special deal with the founder. If you just go into the support chat, so there's like a support ticket that you could create and just ask them like, hey, I'm from Sabo's community, please give me free money. Then they will give you, I think, up until like 50% off. I don't take any commissions off this. There's no affiliates. I just negotiated a better deal for you guys. All the savings just go back straight to you. So if you want to try it, just feel free to use my code. Again, I make nothing on it, so I couldn't care less if you do. This is just my recommendation. Smartlead is okay. I've seen a lot of bugs at high volume. Same thing with Instantly. If you're managing over 500k day sends, I would not use either of these. I think the only one that can manage it at this moment is just PlusVibe. And by the way, we're nearing towards the end of the video, and I promised you a little something about my strategy and what I'm doing. So I'm obviously using the good sequencers, and namely I'm using PlusVibe currently, and then I used to use Instantly before, and recently I just switched to PlusVibe because again it's cheaper, got more features, and just I think easier to manage at a higher volume. But what I do is I test the campaigns here, since it's just super easy, very convenient. The UI is just great and just very fast, very responsive. I test it here. If the campaigns perform well, I just simply move them over to my private sequencer. So private sequencer just saves me a ton of money because I manage a lot of volume, and PlusVibe is just easy to test. So simple workflow. I use PlusVibe to test and then move it to my private sequencer. So we might release our private sequencer for specifically high sender people. It's probably going to be invite only. A couple of you guys have been asking me about this recently, so might be something that we release in the near future. Well, now you know which softwares you should avoid, what are the types that are frankly overpriced, and then what are the good ones that you should be using, right? This list is pretty much ever changing and ever evolving. As of the recording of this video, we're in February 2026. So take my recommendations however you want. You can again go with the lifetime deals, but you'll see for yourself that you're just gonna get fat. All right, this is the end of the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.